now let me introduce the Haury Program Donor Advised Fund Board member and friend of Mrs. Haury, Mary Grier, who along with the Haury Estate Advisors was instrumental in creating the Haury Program to continue Mrs. Haury's legacy of philanthropy, and who continues her extensive commitment to the program, social justice, and the environment.
Thank you, Anna.
And try to talk as close to it as possible.
All right. So one of our opportunities tonight is the opportunity to recognize people who've been of great service to the Haury program, the Advisory Council and the Rising Voices board members, both of which have been instrumental in the first 5 years of the Haury program through their support, advice, and knowledge. These boards were formed when the Haury program was established. The Advisory Council has provided insights and ideas to the Donor Advised Fund Board and to the director. They set the strategies for the Haury program. Members are primarily senior faculty and administrators with deep knowledge of the UA ecosystem and key issues and organizations within their fields. The council helped launch the initial programming and supported the development of connections within the University of Arizona for the Haury program. The members helped to set the Haury program on the path to collaborative work through the U of A. So we have some tiles that we would like to present. We have two of the members of the Advisory Council here. The first I'd like to present is to Iman Hakim, who is the Dean of the University of the Arizona Mel and Enid Zuckerman College of Public Health, and she is the Mel and Enid Zuckerman Endowed Chair in Public Health. She is the founding director of the Global Health Institute and has served as the director of the Department of Health Promotion Sciences and as director of the Family and Child Health Concentration. She is a member of the UA Cancer Center and Sarver Heart Center at the UA College of Medicine. She holds joint appointments in the Department of Nutrition at the UA College of Agriculture and Life Sciences and in the Department of Family and Community Medicine at the UA College of Medicine. And I can't tell you how grateful we are that she made time to help set this program in a very good direction. Thank you, Iman. We also have with us Mark Miller, who is the Dean and Ralph W. Bilby Professor of Law at the University of Arizona College of Law. And I have to say, Ralph Bilby was the senior partner in the first law firm that I practiced with, so that gives me a little special moment here. Dean Miller writes and teaches about environmental law and policy and criminal law and policy. He has authored articles and essays on a wide range of environmental, criminal justice. Excuse me. Thank you. Immigration and legal theory topics. He is an editor of several casebooks on criminal procedure and sentencing and co-founded the Federal Sentencing Reporter, the leading journal on sentencing law and policy. Dean Miller currently serves as a series editor for Summit's, books focused on the intersection of environmental science, law, and policy. Again, Dean Miller was very instrumental in setting this program on its current course, and we're most grateful for all the time and energy that he has devoted to its initial founding. The Rising Voices Board was established to bring diverse views and voices to the Haury program governance. Its members are early to mid-career and represent a range of cultures and life experience. The energy and commitment of the Rising Voices board members to their communities, to social justice and environment, and to making a better future is at the core of their work with the Haury program. They have provided perspective and advice to the program staff and to the director. and to the Donor Advised Fund Board. Through their knowledge and insights, they have helped the Haury program to envision how it can move the needle on grand challenges. We have a number of members of the Rising Voices board here, and I'd like to present tiles to them to thank them for their service, and we're going to present them in alphabetical order, beginning with Jose Arreola. Jose Arreola has been involved in community health for over 10 years, working for Santa Cruz County as an epidemiologist, health specialist, and sanitarian. He has been responsible for implementation and management of Santa Cruz County's disease surveillance system, focused on the public health response to natural or human-caused biological events, disease outbreaks, or other public health emergencies that endanger community health and safety. And we're so very grateful for his service to this program. Next, we have Flor Sandoval Morales, who is a senior program manager for the Sonora Environmental Research Institute, Inc., or SERI. At SERI, she manages the rainwater harvesting program for low-income families, teaches rainwater harvesting and tree care workshops, designs rainwater harvesting systems with families, and coordinates installation. Through her oversight of the rainwater harvesting loan program, SERI installed 113 systems last year. In September of 2018, the Tucson Hispanic Chamber of Commerce selected Flor as one of 2018's 40 under 40. And we're very grateful to have Flor's advice and assistance in this program. Next, we have Claudio Rodriguez, who is the school garden coordinator for the Community Food Bank of Southern Arizona, where he is building community and teaching gardening workshops. Growing up in Tucson, he witnessed the devastating effects of poverty, violence, and systemic oppression. Through the neighborhood collective, Tierra y Libertad, he gained skills in community building and transformation, focusing on accessibility to healthy food, environmental and food justice, and developing leaders to create their own narratives. And we're most grateful for his advice and assistance. Elizabeth Sparks is a 4-H Youth Development Assistant Agent with UA Extension. Elizabeth has 20 years of environmental education and youth-based program development experience. She excels at developing community partnerships and designing innovative and dynamic adventure-based programs using creative, outside-the-box problem-solving. Elizabeth's passion lies in developing experiential and innovative programs that inspire youth toward healthy living and connecting with nature. And we're so thankful that she devoted her time and energy to this program. Rachel Rose Starks is currently a PhD student in American Indian Studies at the UA and has over 10 years' experience studying Native governance and social and economic development. She has most recently published on tribes and international borders in Native nations and U.S. borders, responding to challenges to indigenous culture, citizenship, and security, and in other volumes on U.S.-Mexico border issues. And we're very thankful that she had the time and energy to devote to this program as well. Jillian Thomas is the Digital Media Manager for the Stand Together Arizona Training and Advocacy Center, STAT, team at the YWCA Southern Arizona. She previously served as the Social Media Director for the Jill Stein and Ajamu Baraka presidential campaign for 2016. She studied social media marketing and online organizing and shares these skills to teach music revolutionaries and activists how to boost their online presence with social media, an expertise that we highly value, and we thank her for bringing her talents to the Haury program. I'd like to acknowledge the advisory council members who were not able to be with us, but whom we are most grateful to for their service. John Paul Jones III, Diana Liverman, Laura Lopez Hoffman, Tony Massaro, and Joaquin Ruiz. And the Rising Voices Board members, Monica Ramirez Andreada and Adrian Quijada. I'd also like to take a moment to thank and acknowledge the 3 Haury program staff members. And if you wouldn't mind handing me these 3 bags here. Starting with Anna Spitz, who was our first employee, our inaugural employee. We didn't want the 5-year anniversary to go unremarked, and so we have for each of them a small token of our esteem, acknowledging their service to the program in the form of a unique pot, and which is mounted on a block of wood with a plaque. And so I don't want to take too much time unveiling them all, but Anna, this one is for you. Thank you very much. This one, Nancy, if you wouldn't mind. Iram, where is he? The program really would not operate without the talents and energies of these 3 very talented people. I'd like to conclude by just mentioning that the transformation, if you will, of the advisory boards is the outgrowth of our 5-year strategic planning process. And I wanted to say just a couple of words about the new direction or the continued direction of the program that is an outgrowth of that strategic planning process. And I'm going to just focus on 2 aspects of that because really the program is going to continue largely as it currently exists, with grant making focused on community university partnerships, with the grant making being, we hope, transparent, competitive, and focused on grants that fund projects that will address wicked problems in the area of environment and social justice. One change to the program will be that funds that had been devoted to funding senior university positions, chairs, fellows, that level of position, are going to be diverted to funding for students and early career professionals rather than senior professionals. The second change is, I think, the second change is more in how we envision the program than in how it's operating in a day-to-day fashion. I think our vision is to think of the southwestern border area as a community, not just Tucson, not just Arizona, the cross-border region. And if we think of that area as a community, we think of it as a microcosm, a place where we can try out innovative ideas to develop solutions for the world's problems in the area of environment and social justice. And we'd like those solutions to be scalable and replicable, and we'd like them to involve innovative partnerships, authentic partnerships between community and university. So the same general concept of what we've been doing, but we'd like people to be thinking about, imagining the community that we'd like to live in this southwest border region in the year 2030. Think about, imagine what you'd like that community to be like. What would that just and sustainable community look like? How can we achieve that community? What could we do differently? What could we try out to make it better? We know that we can't solve all of the problems that face us in this community in that period of time, but what can we do that might move the needle and that might help other people in other communities learn from our experience And that's really the direction that we'd like to move in and continue moving in with this program. So with that, I will return the program to Anna to move to the next phase.